Hello. Hi guys. Hope you all doing well and good. We have a functionality called transfer of requirement. So what exactly this transfer of requirement means? We create sales order, right? So whenever we create sales order for an item, the requirement will be transferred to MRP area, which is materials requisition planning. Once customer makes an order for that item, we need to manufacture, right? For that for that product manufacturing, we need to ensure all the materials are available. So that will be taken care by MRP, material requisition planning. If there is material available, then that will be sent for production. If there is no raw material, then we need to, this MRP will arrange those raw materials from the supplier, from the market. Once we have all the raw materials, then it will be sent to production. We'll produce the whatever item or product. Once the production is done, that will be transferred to the warehouse stock. Then that will be delivered to the customer. Once they delivered to the customer, then billing process will take place. This is transfer of requirement. Hope you are able to follow.
Yes, sir.
Sunita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me what is transfer of requirement?
Once we receive the order from the customer, it should, it will go to MRP team. MRP team means in that part, the materials make to available for production. Then it will send to production plant. After production, it should store in warehouse. After that, billing will happen.
Now,
Warehouse
the
for customer.
The MRP department is informed about the quantities and the deadlines by which incoming orders should be delivered. Means whatever requirement from the sales that will be transferred to MRP with quantities and the deadline for the deliveries. The system checks the availability of the goods based on the requested delivery date of the customer. Okay. Then creates MRP record which contains all the necessary information for passing on to the materials planning. Okay. The transfer of requirements ensures that the goods are available in time for the delivery. Materials planning transfers the reported requirements and creates production order or purchase requisition. Means this MRP, what are all material that we required, for those a purchase requisition will be created. This is nothing but this purchase requisition will be converted to the purchase order. Those purchase order will be sent to the supplier. Okay. For example, the transfer of requirement is basically dependent upon the following factors: requirement type, requirement class, checking group, and schedule and category. This is the customization area: requirement type, requirement class, checking group, and schedule and category. The prerequisite in schedule and category check for required assembly and availability. If we go for transaction Vivo V7, Vivo V6, we can see there the assembly required or no, availability check required or no. And what is requirement class? In the requirement class, we can check the requirement and availability check via transaction code OVZG. Then what is requirement type? Requirement type should be determined into the sales document. Okay. The criteria for determining requirement type into the sales document: strategy group, this is MRP group, item category group plus MRP type. This data is being maintained into material master data. right? Let me show you. In the schedule category, check required assembly or availability check. Let me go to this. VA03. This is the sales order which you have created a while ago for make to stock. If I double click on this, we can see here schedule and category is getting determined via CP or CN. What exactly this schedule and category controls? Let's go to the transaction code VO V6. CP, right? MRP material. If I click on to details, we can see here required assembly is active. Availability is active. So basically, from this schedule and category type, we can control the requirements transaction flow. If I uncheck this availability and save it, okay. Hope you remember a while ago while creating an order, there was a new window, right? Wherein the system has proposed the delivery date for 20 February. If I try to create once again a new order, that window will not be popped. That window will not appear, okay? VA01, order type OR, a while ago we tested make to stock scenario, right? If I try to maintain quantity 5, enter. Now, system didn't popped up a new window. Why? Because here in the viewer V6, we have disabled availability. If I activate this again and save it, I'll open up new window and I'll try to create a new order VA01, order type OR, customer, material, quantity, 5 piece. Now, as soon as I hit enter, a new window will be popped up with availability control. Let me reset. Save it. Open. Let's try again. Expansion VA01, order type OR. Sorry for this background disturbance. I'll make the quantity as 10. Okay. Okay, let me check one more transaction code, which is this one, VOV6. Then requirement class, check requirement and availability check, OVZG. Let's check this. Extension OVZG, enter. OP1. Availability check, requirement transfer. Okay. Daily requirement. Okay. Okay. These configuration customization parameters are okay. Let me try again. Nation VA01. Order type over. Instead of this material, I'll try some other materials like MTO, 10 pieces. Now here we got, this is the window. Here, availability is active. For that reason, this window has popped up. Okay, hope you are able to follow. Any notes in this part from the availability check? Sorry, I mean schedule and category, assembly required or no, availability check required or no. Okay. Then we have requirement class, which is OVZG. Means this is the requirement class which we are maintaining. Okay, let's see where is it in the sales order. Sorry, here in the procurement, we can see here requirement type is KE. Requirement type is KE. If I go to this transaction code, sorry, we'll see this. Requirement type should be determined in the sales document. Okay. Whenever we create a sales order, a requirement type will be determined. As this is made to order item, for that reason, the requirement type is KE. Now, if I try with normal material, order type OR, customer. Okay, this is the normal material, standard material. Quantity 1, enter. Enter. If I go to this procurement, here a requirement type is 011. What exactly this 011 is? We can see this into requirement class via transaction code OVZG. Here in the sales document, requirement type has been determined. That could be a 41, that could be 11, or that could be KE based on the material master data and based on these parameters. Okay, strategy group, MRP group, item category group plus MRP type. Based on these factors, requirement type will be determined. Based on this requirement type, a class will be determined. Based on this requirement class, this schedule and category will be determined with the sales document. Fine. Let me show you another example. Here we have a daily requirement for the material. This is standard. This is the standard material which we are doing with item category as stamp. If I try with made to stock material, MTS, quantity like 50 pieces, enter. Here availability control, continue. If I go to this procurement tab, we can see here requirement type KSL. This is the another type of requirement type. So based on these factors, requirement type, requirement class, and schedule and category will be determined. If I double click on this, we'll go back. Okay. Made to stock, quantity 50, enter, continue. If I double click on this, here, schedule and category has been determined as CP. Based on what? Based on this strategy group that is maintained into the material master data. Then MRP group that is maintained into the material master data. Then item category group. This is also in material master data and MRP type. Based on these factors, requirement type has been determined as KSL, which is made to stock. If I go back here, procurement, we can see here KSL. Based on this KSL, we have requirement class. Okay, this is OVZG. Sorry. Requirement type should be determined in the sales document. Here we have requirement type as KSL. In the OVZG, we can see either 11 or 41. Here availability check is active and transfer of requirement is also active. Based on that, schedule and category has been determined, which is VO P6. Which is CP, required assembly and availability. Basically, this is a kind of theoretically understanding, just to understand the process flow, how exactly this is being this parameters are getting determined, which is requirement class, requirement type, and these factors: strategy group, MRP group, item category group, and MRP type. Any notes in this transfer of requirement? Leela, Sunita?
No, sir.
Leela?
No, sir.